Mbakwa Phosphate Academy of Science and Technology. I am Mbakwa Phosphate with our program Inside the Exam Hall. Today I will be looking at types of ligands. I will be looking at types of ligands with you. So we want to look at type of ligands, and there are three types of ligands, namely monodental ligands, bidentate ligands, polydentate ligands. So at the end of this lesson, you will be able to know exactly what is a monodental ligand, what is a bidentate ligand, and what is a polydentate ligand. Okay, now let's get started. We start with the first, which is the monodentate ligand. When we say monodentate, it can also be what we call unidentate. So we have monodentate or unidentate. And what is the whole idea? The whole idea here is that in monodental ligands, they are able to form only one type. They are able to have only one electron pair, and they are able to form only one coordinate bond or dative bond with the central metal ion. And remember this coordination chemistry? We are under the D block element. So monodental ligands, they have just one electron pair. So you will see example of monodental ligands. You see things like water, you see things like ammonia, you see things like the OH minus, you will see things like the cyanide, you see things like the carbon monoxide. They all have one electron pair that will be able to be donated to the central metal ion, and so we can see things like the bromide. They will all form one dative covalent bond. They form one dative covalent bond with the central metal ion. So this is what we call monodentate or unidentate ligand. Now let us look at what we call a bidentate ligand. When you say bi in chemistry means two. Bidentate, it means that this type of ligands, they are able to have two electron pairs, and so if they have two electron pairs, they can form now two dative bond with the central metal atom or ion. For example, we heard about oxalate ion. An example of a bidentate ligand is this oxalate ion. You can see that this ion has this an oxygen atom with a lone pair, and this is another oxygen atom here with a lone pair. So bidentate means this 1, 2, we can form two dative bond with the central metal ion. We can also have a compound like 2-hydroxy-benzoate ion. 2-hydroxy-benzoate ion. For example, this compound 2-hydroxy-benzoate ion. You just look at this compound, COO minus 2-hydroxy, meaning that there is a hydroxyl group here. So this is what we call 2-hydroxy-benzoate ion. You see, they are all bidentate. They are bidentate ligand. So there's, you see, there is a one electron pair, and there is another one electron pair here on the oxygen atom in this hydroxy functional group here. You can also have a prominent one is ethane 1,2-diamine. This compound, just look at this compound, ethane 1,2-diamine, meaning that there's a lone pair there that the nitrogen atom has, and there are two nitrogen atoms with two lone pairs. This is a lone pair, this is a lone pair. So you see, these two lone pair, this lone pair of electron here and this one form the bidentate ligand, from the bidentate ligand. So I want to touch the last part of this work now. Permit me to use an eraser just to take out this quickly. Yes, the last part is what we call a polydentate ligand. Polydentate ligand. And you can be thinking of what we always abbreviate as EDTA. EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Ethylene diamine tetraacetate. EDTA is ethylene diamine tetraacetate. Ethylene diamine tetraacetate is an example of a polydentate ligand. Is an example of a polydentate ligand. I'm just going to give you the structure of the poly. Poly means many. Polydentate ligand. An example is ethylene diamine tetraacetate. This is what we call EDTA. Yeah, ethylene diamine tetraacetate. So we have a structure like this. We have a structure like this. This is a structure, and you see there are two nitrogen atoms attached on this kind of the ethylene group here. Look, we have a lone pair here, we have a lone pair here on the nitrogen atom, and each of these is linked to the acetate group here. You can see. I'm going to count it with you. We will see that we actually have 6. Imagine there is another one here. We actually have 6 possibility to form 6 dative bond for this compound. Look, this is 1, this is 1, this can be 2, this can be 3, this can be 4, this can be 5 lone pair of electron, and this is 6. This is an example of a polydentate ligand, but we actually call it hexadentate. Hexa means 6. Hexadentate ligand. Hexadentate ligand. So this is an example of a polydentate ligand. The oxalate that we have seen above, they all fall under the category of the polydentate ligand. They can form many dative bonds with the central metal atom or the central metal ion. So something like this EDTA can form up to 6 dative bonds. You can imagine, and form up to 6. But this is a bidentate, but fall under the group polydentate because it is already more than one, just like I explained before. Okay, thank you. You don't forget to subscribe to Mbakwa Phosphate Academy of Science and Technology, as I am your teacher, Mbakwa Phosphate. Don't also forget to hit the subscribe button. You can also indicate if you are an advanced level student, areas in chemistry that you are finding difficulties there, so that I can always help to develop lesson for you. I am here because you are there. Please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. I am Mbakwa Phosphate, your chemistry advanced level teacher online.